Alright guys, Frank Nitty here. I'm just gonna have to start making more audio videos again because I still can't find my camera. So I'm just gonna be talking into the mic until further notice. I just cannot find it anywhere and my camera quality is shit. But I just want to talk about obviously the Packers defeating the Seahawks finally last night. It was such an enjoyable game to watch. I mean, I wanted to beat those guys for so long now, man. I've just gotten so fed up with Russell Wilson and led Seahawks that I just wanted to beat them. I didn't care where it was at this point. Even if we had to play them again in their house, I still wanted us to come out on top because I'm just tired of losing to those guys. I think all of us Packer fans are tired of losing to the Russell Wilson led Seahawks. I think at that point, before last night, he was undefeated against us. I mean, I know Russell Wilson isn't just the only team, but still, ever since he's came into the league and been their quarterback, we lost to them 2 times in very heartbreaking ways, and the other time was a season opener. So I know it feels great for a lot of Packer fans, including myself, to finally beat those fucks. But to me, it doesn't get any better for me because now that we beat the Russell Wilson led Seahawks, I want us to now beat the Colin Kaepernick led 49ers, a guy who is also undefeated against us. So that's key. So we got to keep in mind of that in the next 2 weeks. As far as the game itself, we came out fired up, moved the ball quick, and scored a quick 7 points after Aaron Rodgers got them to come off sides. That was a quick, easy touchdown to James Jones. That was the only, I think, Billy at that pretty much left. That was the only catch James Jones had. After that drive, the rest of the drives we had in the second half, excuse me, not the second half, but the first half was just not good. The Packers started to fail to move the ball. But you gotta give credit to the Seahawks defense. They were obviously buckling down. They weren't allowing any big plays, and they were keeping Aaron Rodgers from finding any open receivers. Which, speaking of receivers, Randall Cobb had a nice game. He had a 100-yard receiving day. I was very impressed by Ty Montgomery whenever he caught the ball and was running after the catch. Didn't really see much of James Jones after that touchdown catch. I mean, he almost had another one if his butt didn't hit out of bounds first. Javonte Adams, I think he only had 1 catch. So those 2 guys had a quiet day. Ty Montgomery and Randall Cobb were the main guys who did a good job receiving. Richard Rodgers had a couple of catches and a touchdown catch as well. See, defense though, we looked at pretty nice by not allowing Marshawn Lynch to get it going. The guy didn't really do anything to us. He didn't hurt us. Russell Wilson was the one who did. When they came back out in the second half, they got their offense rolling, and Russell Wilson put together 2 nice drives and scored 2 touchdowns on us, and they took the lead. And at that point, our offense wasn't really going anywhere. We lost Eddie Lacy. He went down to an ankle injury, which sucks. Devontae Adams came back from ankle injury. He suffered his own, and I think another guy had an ankle injury. So I was at that point like, what the hell is going on? What's with all of our ankles just being broken right now? This is a basketball, all right? Turn off the injuries, please. Anyway, 4th quarter comes, and I'm thinking to myself, I want to beat these fucks. I want to beat these fucks. I want to beat these fucks. And shout outs to James Starks, who ran the ball very well. Credit to not only him, but the offensive line. These guys are doing a solid job protecting Aaron and also opening up holes for James Starks and Eddie to run through. So when with Eddie going down, James Starks had to carry the load, and I think he did a very good job. He had a nice couple of big runs for us. And eventually we took that, and then when we took that lead, I was just so happy. I was so happy. I wanted us to go up 2 touchdowns after that brilliant interception. The idiot almost fumbled the ball and gave it right back to them. Technically, they did recover, so I'm not sure why we were allowed to keep the ball. I mean, technically, he fumbled it, and the Seahawks looked like they recovered, so I'm not sure why we were allowed to keep the ball. But it was still a nice interception. So somebody tell Jaron Elliott the next time, hold on to the ball when you do it. But I think he made up for it in the next defensive stop when he stripped the fumble, keeping Seattle from even trying to go down the field and score very quickly and leading to another onside kick possibly. And that's just how the game ended, man. So I was pumped, I was happy, I was, man, emotions went through the roof last night, man. They went through the roof, and I'm just happy we finally beat Seattle. It will feel even more good if we can beat them in their house one day. But for now, I'll take us beating them in our house any day. So Packers looked solid. I don't really have any complaints about their performance. I mean, they were playing the Seahawks, so we already expected a tough opponent. So yeah, Packers are 2-0. Next week is Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. Man, when was the last time we played the Chiefs? I think the last time we played them was when we finally lost our first and only game when we went 15-1. So we'll see what happens then. Until then, I'm out. Peace.